Hello, 6th graders. Welcome to Big Ideas Math, Contract Math, Section 7.2, 2014 edition, Complementary and Supplementary Angles lesson. Pause while you write Section 7.2, 2014 edition lesson in your math notebook. Pause again while you write today's lesson objective in your math notebook. Today's objective is classify pairs of angles as complementary or supplementary. Today we'll begin with example 1 on page 278 in your textbook. We'll be classifying pairs of angles. Our directions are to tell whether the angles are complementary, supplementary, or neither. Let's look at letter A. We have an angle that is 70 degrees and an angle that is 110 degrees. So when we add 70 plus 110, we get 180 degrees. So the angles are supplementary. Remember from yesterday that it does not matter whether or not the angles are touching. They don't have to be adjacent angles in order to be supplementary. Letter B, we have an angle that's 41 degrees and an angle that's 49 degrees, and when we add those, they're 90 degrees, so the angles are complementary. And letter C, we have angles that are 128 degrees and 62 degrees, and we add those up, we get 190 degrees, so the angles are neither complementary nor supplementary. Moving on to example 2 on page 279 in your textbook, we're using complementary and supplementary angles. So we're going to tell whether the angles are complementary or supplementary and find the value of x. So letter A, we have an angle that is 4 times x degrees and an angle that is 36 degrees. And we can tell by the marking in the corner that it is a right angle. So they are complementary angles. So it says the two angles make up a right angle, so the angles are complementary angles, and the sum of their measures is 90 degrees. So we're going to take the two angles and add them up and set them equal to 90 degrees. So then we just solve for x by subtracting 36 from each side, and we have 4x equals 54, and then we divide each side by 4, and we have x equals 13.5 degrees. Letter B, the two angles make up a straight angle, so we know that that's going to be 180 degrees. The angles are supplementary angles, and the sum of their measures is 180 degrees. So again, we're going to put the sum of them together, so x plus x minus 4 equals 180 degrees. We write our equation, and then we combine like terms. So x plus x equals 2x, and then we have the minus 4, and that equals 180 degrees. And then we add 4 to each side, and we divide both sides by 2, and we get x equals 92 degrees. Example 3, constructing angles. We draw a pair of adjacent supplementary angles so that one angle has a measure of 60 degrees. Use a protractor to draw a 60-degree angle. It's a good idea if you do this in your math notebook so that you get some practice using your protractor to draw an angle. And step 2, extend one of the sides to form a line. So when you do that, if you draw a 60-degree angle over here, then you'll know that this angle on the left-hand side is going to be 120 degrees because they are supplementary angles. This lesson is to complete the following on your own problems 1 through 6. They're also on pages 278 and 279 of your textbook. Be sure to show your work and be prepared to share during our next class. Please remember, to earn credit for viewing this flipped lesson, you must complete your exit slip, come to our next class prepared with the journal pages or other work from the flipped lesson completed, and be prepared with any work that was assigned in the flipped lesson completed. Be prepared with any questions you have for the teacher, and always have a good attitude. We'll see you next time in class.